Hi, I'm Tamanna Namdar and you're watching Mirror Now. They say elections are the biggest reality check in democracy. Just ask Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and his deputy Devendra Fadnavis. In June 2022, they toppled the Maha Vikas Aghadi government and came to power. It was an ugly transfer of power, to say the least. Almost 6 months later, the BJP-SHINDE Alliance faced its first electoral test on January 30th. 5 seats to the upper house of Maharashtra's legislature were up for grabs. Now, these are special seats that, as per the constitution, combine an electorate of graduates and teachers. Basically, the voters is not the Aam Janata, it's an electoral college including graduates and teachers. Now, in this, the Maha Vikas Aghadi-backed candidates ended up winning 3 of those 5 seats, while an independent candidate won another, reportedly backed by the BJP. So the BJP-SHINDE Alliance officially won just 1 single seat. Just to be clear, it's not about the numbers, it's also about where those seats were lost. Nagpur was one of them, and that's the big jolt. Nagpur is the headquarters of the RSS. It's also the home turf of Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, but the BJP-SHINDE-backed candidate lost the Nagpur seat to the MVA. This is only the second time they've lost that seat. So is it a big setback, or is it something that is being overestimated by the MVA? That's really the question that we're discussing today. And considering that this is the first election, so to speak, that Mr. Shinde is facing as Chief Minister, what does it mean? Let's first listen in to some of the reactions that came in post-results.
आज पदवीधर आणि शिक्षक हे आत्ताच्या झालेल्या महागाईवर, होत असलेल्या बेरोजगारी, बेकारीवर हे अतिशय नाराज आहेत आणि म्हणून त्यांनी ती नाराजी मतपेटीद्वारे व्यक्त केली.
हमारे साथ कांग्रेस के अध्यक्ष नाना पटोले जी जुड़ रहे हैं। सर, बड़ी जीत, 5 में से 3 सीटें महाविकास आघाड़ी के पास आई है और एक वातावरण चेंज होता नजर आ रहा है।
बिल्कुल, बीजेपी की उल्टी गिनती शुरू हो चुकी है। जिस तरह से लोगों को फंसाया, झूठ सपने दिखाई, और आज महंगाई, बेरोजगारी, किसान का इशू, किसान को खेत को बिजली भी मिल नहीं रही है, किसान की फसल को दाम भी नहीं मिल रहा है, बड़े पैमाने में महाराष्ट्र में किसान की सुसाइड होती जा रही है। और आपने देखा होगा कि जूनी पेंशन का भी एक इशू था, जिसमें कांग्रेस के तीनों राज्यों में शुरू हो चुकी है, लेकिन बीजेपी के राज्यों में कहीं पे भी शुरू नहीं है। तो वो भी गुस्सा हमारे जो कर्मचारी वर्ग है उसमें भी था। और इस सब परिमाण को अब, क्योंकि केंद्र की सरकार हो या राज्य की सरकार हो, मोदी जी के जो मित्रों हैं उनके लिए ये सरकारें चल रही है। कुछ उद्योगपति, गिने चुने उद्योगपतियों के लिए सरकारें चलती है। लोकतंत्र में यह हुकुमशाही व्यवस्था ज्यादा दिन नहीं चल सकती। जवाब जनता ने देना शुरू कर दिया।
सर, आने वाले चुनाव है, बाई इलेक्शन है, फिर बीएमसी का चुनाव भी आने वाला है। महाविकास आघाड़ी की क्या रणनीति रहेगी? साथ मिलकर ऐसे ही चलेंगे?
आज हमारी मीटिंग है महाविकास आघाड़ी की, उसी के लिए हम जा रहे हैं। और दोनों चुनाव जो ये है बाई इलेक्शन, हम महाविकास आघाड़ी करके लड़ेंगे।
थैंक यू सर।
All right, to speak more on what this means for Maharashtra's politics, and this is a crucial period. Remember, the BMC elections are up in just a short while. Election mode is anyway on because the assembly will go into polls in 2024. So what does this signify? Atul Shah, spokesperson of the BJP, with me today. Clyde Crasto, spokesperson of the NCP, joining us, as is Rohit Chandavarkar, senior journalist. Welcome to all of you. Great to have you on the show. Rohit, let me begin by getting your perspective before I get to the political side of it. Are these elections important in the bigger picture? Because these have a very significant and limited electoral college. So they don't necessarily represent all citizens, but then these are teachers and graduates. So how would you look at the kind of response or the kind of results that we've seen from these polls in these 5 seats?
Yes, a very important question. This is a representative picture that has come forward. But I think ever since Eknath Shinde formed his own group and BJP kind of joined hands with him to form a new government in Maharashtra, every small election, whether it is a representative kind of a election or a direct election anywhere, is being looked at a big fight and kind of a litmus test of what the mood of the public in Maharashtra or generally of the political class in Maharashtra. When I say political class, I mean the elected representatives, their supporters, and all of that class, what the mood of that class is. Because nobody really has any idea whether Eknath Shinde's 40 MLAs that broke away from the Shiv Sena really have the approval of the masses of their constituencies, their voters, when they broke away from Uddhav Thackeray. So everybody is kind of trying to gauge what the situation in various parts of Maharashtra is. The last reference point to this, Tamanna, was the by-election that happened in Andheri East in Mumbai itself, where I think the BJP got an idea of what the mood was. And though initially they were preparing, their machines to kind of get into the battlefield of Andheri East election, when the surveys came and it showed as if Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray group was going to get some kind of sympathy, advantage out of the sympathy wave that persists in Mumbai, they decided to withdraw the candidate. That was the previous reference point. The new reference point has happened in Maharashtra, which I would describe to your viewers as an unexpected setback to the BJP, because remember, 5 seats went to polls, and BJP has won only one constituency, and that also in Konkan, where Eknath Shinde group person Dhaneshwar Mhatre won, though he has crossed over to the BJP recently, but he's not a genuine 100% BJP person. He's a close supporter of Uday Samant, one of the top people in the Eknath Shinde group. So barring that one seat, almost all other seats.
BJP would have directly contested that. We would have definitely won the seat. But this Shikshak Parishad candidate, and they've lost. Yes, we supported them. We have lost the seat. But then we have won the Konkan seat after a very long time. As far as Amravati is concerned, Mr. Ranjit Patil gave a very good fight. This was the second time that he was contesting. The invalid votes were very important there. They were on the side of Ranjit Patil, but that preference number were written wrongly. So 2,000 invalid votes. Otherwise, we had done in Amravati seat we lost. So this is a big surprise for us. And Marathwada, we fought very well. 3 times Vikram Kale, he's been winning. And the most important thing is Nashik. All the MVA partners were bent upon defeating Satyajit Tambe, but he has won. But yes, we have won 1 seat. Nagpur we could have won. If we would have contested that, it was contested by Teachers Council, Shikshak Parishad, which was definitely, yes, supported by us. But if we would have directly contested that election, we would have won Nagpur too.
Okay. So it's because you didn't directly contest. Clyde Crasto, is it taking away a bit of the, sting from the attack from the MVA? उनके टिकट पे नहीं था, कमल पे नहीं था वो.
What I noticed today is that the sting missing in Atul Bhai, whom I've known for many years now. So the sting in his kind of dialogue is gone there. But that's set apart. Let me tell you one thing very clearly. If the BJP had got more seats than the MVA this time, they would have claimed all of them, even the Shikshak and one of the others, they would have claimed themselves. But the fact of the matter is, let me tell you one thing. The ground reality changes from here. The ground reality is that the people of Maharashtra, and this is, let me tell you something, this is no mean small time election. These are the graduates and the teachers election, which is very important, and this sets the tone. So they seem to have rejected this group of BJP and Eknath Shinde group. So this is going to set the tone, whether it's for the future elections coming in next year around, then close by elections like the BMC elections in Mumbai. This will definitely make a lot of difference. I'll tell you very simple. Nagpur, Rohit was speaking and he spoke very clearly. Nagpur, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, people go on to claim that he's a master of everything. He could walk out in the middle of the night and change a government. That's what he's claimed. But there is Mr. Fadnavis, Mr. Bawan Kule, and we are forgetting Mr. Nitin Gadkari also. That's their bastion. The Nagpur is their bastion, and that's where they come from. And to lose consistently after Zilla Parishad, now the MLC elections is a big dent, and it speaks a lot that people are not happy with even these leaders. Let me talk to you about, say, we are talking about, say, Amravati. Amravati, we have the Ranas. I mean, both the Rana husband and wife had gone to town about speaking about the MBA, saying
What
things
about
they want.
Konkan seat? Clyde, what about Konkan seat?
Oh, well, they lost the seat. But if you're talking about losing Konkan, talk about winning the other three also. I'm coming to that. I will explain that to you also.
Winning the other three question I will ask Atul Shah. To you, I have to ask Konkan.
No,
I don't pose the comfortable questions to anybody.
No, that's okay. Fair enough. I mean, that's your job, and I'm very happy to answer the difficult one because that sets the tone for the debate. But the Konkan we've lost, yes, we have to accept the defeat. But while we accept the defeat in Konkan, we also have to accept the fact that there are tall leaders from BJP supporting in the other side, and they've all seem to have lost. So it just shows that even the leaders are not effective enough right now on the ground to support the Fadnavis-Eknath Shinde group. I mean, I'll give you one small example. I mean, I've got the names written down in Aurangabad. Dr. Ranjit Patil, though Mr. Vikram Kale, who's from my party and who's won this the fourth time, but there were talks that Dr. Ranjit Patil wasn't supported by the BJP. So let's go big picture.
Let's go a little big picture. Let's go a little big picture. It's about Maharashtra. It's about a huge state. And it's about a major BMC election also coming up. Mr. Atul Shah, the question here is that on a state level, this combination of Mr. Shinde and Mr. Devendra Fadnavis is yet to be tested electorally. You know that as well. The electoral test is yet to be won and faced. This is definitely not a good first opening.
Yeah, you're right. Every election and the victory and the defeat counts. But I would also say that this was not a general election where people at large voted for this election. Now, as far as the Andheri by-election was concerned, yes, we all supported that seat, and there are allegations, but that by-election is on. And now this is not the barometer for the state functioning. Yes, you are right. When the elections to the corporation are in the offing, and where we will do tremendously well. Now, Clyde can forget all the things what his government had done, but then it's okay. We'll have to look for the BMT and other council and Nagarpalika polls all over Maharashtra. That will give the complete picture, because this is the government which is performing. And people have seen the MVA government, which was a totally non-performing government. The major projects, the metro projects were derailed, the other projects. And
yeah, but they are giving OPS. 1 minute, Atul Shah, they are giving OPS. They are giving OPS. Teachers and graduates, remember. OPS, NPS is going to be a huge issue. Rohit Chandavarkar, you want to come in on that? I know Clyde, you want to respond. Let me just get Rohit's voice. OPS, NPS is going to become a big issue. We saw the backtracking of it as well by the BJP in the state. When every other BJP-ruled state is saying no to OPS, all opposition states are doling out OPS. I'm not getting into whether good idea, economics, etc.
And Devendra Fadnavis has been seen publicly saying that they are not rejecting it, they are still considering it, etc. So he's very well aware about how sensitive the issue is. But what I want to point out here, Tamanna, to you and your viewers, is the fact that Konkan seat was not fought by MVA. It was given to PWT, PWP, Peasants and Workers Party, Shetkari Kamgar Paksha, which was supported by the MVA from outside. So unity was not seen on the ground is what I'm hearing in Konkan. That resulted in Gnaneshwar winning there, the BJP candidate winning there. What the big takeaway of this today is, as far as I understand, is that there was tremendous opposition unity seen in Nagpur, Amravati, as well as Marathwada, Aurangabad, where the third seat was decisively won by MVA. For the first time, we saw NCP taking full, responsibility for the Marathwada seat and fighting there, and garnering support from all quarters, etc. And we saw absolutely no infighting among the Vidarbha Congress leaders in the Nagpur constituency. So the reports that I'm getting is, all these people, the credit, of course, goes to Mr. Nana Patole, State Congress President, but there are key players there, like, several faces of Vidarbha Congress who operated this time with the support of some of the Uddhav Thackeray group members and others. And
Right.
the key
So
there is
when
opposition
push
unity.
comes to shove, they are willing to work together. Clyde, quickly, your response. This is only one election. One summer does not make us swallow. There's much more to come.
One summer does not make a swallow, but one
No,
summer.
sorry. I reversed it. One swallow does not make a summer. Forgive me, I reversed it. One swallow doesn't make a summer.
No, I know. So I was going to talk to you on that also. So, but remember, when there is summer, that means the winter has gone away, right? So bright and shiny sun is out for the MVA. That's what it is, and the swallows will all be chirping around everywhere. But now let me come to that. What Atul Bhai said, that Clyde can forget what the government has. I will never forget what the MBA did during the COVID. The world knows who complemented the Mumbai model, the Dharavi model. So the good work that the MBA government did, I will never forget, and that will set us in good stead.
Clyde. If you want to have a debate on COVID,
Atul Bhai, I never spoke when you're speaking, and you and I have a good rapport. So let me finish, then we can argue otherwise also.
Okay.
My point here is the good work that has been done by. Thank you. The good work that has been done by the MBA government, the people have seen during COVID, and you are talking about metro. You want to have a debate between you, me, and Tamanna for 1 hour. I'm ready for it.
Wow.
What will happen is, eventually, the people have realized what the good work has been done. That's why I keep repeating again, Tamanna. And let me tell you, what you said right in the beginning is right. This is an important election. These are the teachers, the graduates, and they also are influencers. They set the tone. So if they have decided to reject the BJP and the Eknath Shinde camp, that means the people in the times to come will also reject this group and will support the MV in the future.
Fine, you get the sort of bragging rights on that today, Clyde. But do remember, a week is a long time in politics. There is some time to go. There is no reason to believe they won't go into damage control mode. They're known for doing that and try and figure out what hasn't worked in this election. So picture abhi baki hai. This is just the trailer, perhaps. Much more to come as far as Maharashtra politics is concerned. Thank you to all of you for joining us on this discussion. But we have some breaking news.